Me hearties, a very, very good evening to you and a very, very warm welcome. It's Scottie McCLUE. We're live streaming on YouTube just for you. Friday night, nothing gets past me, and we are Dinky-Doo. I hope you're Dinky-Doo as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you with us, of course. Absolutely superb. And my goodness me, there's a lot of us already. We are gathered together. I love it. Fantastic stuff. Let's see who we've got with us tonight. So there you are. And Dave says, I've got you on my 40-inch smart TV tonight, Scottie, casting from my phone. What does it look like, Dave? And tell us what you're using. It's wonderful stuff. We like to know lots more about that. So there we are. Did you see the video scheduled for up and coming as well? I just want to check that that is all working. Although I seem to have a problem, the wrong time was coming up, which I wasn't too chuffed about. Excellent stuff. And lots and lots of likes, please. Let's get liking nice and sharp. Here we are. Here's something coming up. We'll just check and see. Oh, yes, we are live. Is that not absolutely amazing? Fantastic stuff. I love it. Thank you very much for that. Right, we're learning and learning. There's J-Dog, Dinky-Doo, Scottie. J-Dog, I scheduled again tonight. But I couldn't seem to get the time right. Very, very interesting. Welcome, J-Dog. Lovely to have you with us. Evening, says Glenn. A big shout out to my mother, Linda. She's a massive Dean Martin fan and a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Oh, you can't beat that. Also loves Roy Orbison. Fantastic stuff. Got to go for Dins. Lovely crispy chicken tonight. Au revoir, J-Dog. Au revoir. Come and join us, but do not rush. Top man. There we are. J-Dog has got off to get his dinner. Wonderful stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us and you're wondering what on earth is going on, then you're watching Scottie McCLUE, the first lord of the internet, the world's top broadcaster, the world's most humble man, of course. And we are live on YouTube just for you, Dinky-Doo. Wonderful stuff. Do come on. Lots and lots of these, please. Very, very important. Lots of thumbs up. I am checking a couple of things tonight as I go, because we're learning on the job, you see. Glenn says, what's your favourite Sunday dinner, Scottie? Oh, I think the smoked beef or the ham shank is always very popular, and maybe a bit of Yorkshire pudding and a couple of veg. You can't beat your meat and 2 veg. Looking forward to another great show. Dinky-Doo, says the wonderful Betty. Betty, thank you for joining us. Hi, Scottie, my friends, says Jerry Boy. Jerry Boy, lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Dinky-Doo, I say, this is absolutely amazing. It's working. It's working. What I did, the schedule has worked because, as I say, we're kind of learning on the job a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? Just at my stage in the game. Hi, Scottie, Dinky-Doo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to every single one of you. We have Super Chat. We have everything here for you. So do come and avail yourselves of it. And we'll each share. Casting to my Chromecast from my smartphone. You look magnificent, Scottie. I love it. Now, Dave, I need you to be really, really honest with me here. Would this go well on commercial television for an hour? Right? Do tell. What does it look like on your telly? Could you have this guy pop up on your telly for chit-chat? So there we are. You look very headmaster-like tonight, Scottie. Ah, a headmaster of a school. Yes. Welcome, welcome to Scottie McCLUE for a chat and a story just for you. A humble man who's never done. Pay a donation. It's only a poon. You're a fantastic poet. Jerry Nicol, the poet. Wonderful. Let's have that one again. That was such a good poem. We're about 10 likes short. What is going on? The first thing we do is like. And somebody told me you can see the wee button, the wee thumbs up. So can we all like the stream right now? I need about another 10 of you to like the stream right now. Like, likety, like. Otherwise, what are we at? You know what I mean? So, Jenny Nichols' fabulous poem. Welcome, welcome to Scottie McCLUE for a chat and a story just for you. A humbler man who's never done. Pay a donation. It's only a poon. And of course, you never ever have to give any money at all unless you want to, in which case you can either tap the $ and pop in a quid, or you can go to paypal.me/Scottie McClue, all one word. Yes, it looks okay, Scotty. Does it look all right, Dave? So if this came up, if you had all the music, the theme tune, hello there, Scottie McClue, live on your telly, would you watch, Dave? That's what we need to be. That's where we need to be at. Hi, Scotty. Shout out to Nazarene from Liverpool. Nazarene, Dinky-Doo from Andy Groves, just for you. Down in Liverpool. Love the bones of your all. It's fantastic. We'll have a lot of laughs on here tonight. I'll tell you that for nothing. Free. Now, says Glenn, there's no excuse for ignorance, Scotty. The thumbs up is as plain as the nose on my face. So can everybody give me the thumbs up, please? And remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Vital for YouTube, guys. Otherwise, the game's up. The ball is on the slates. Hello, Scotty, says the wonderful Ryan B. Hello, Ryan B. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, you're watching Scottie McClue live streaming just for you on YouTube. Hi, Scotty, says Mark McDonald. Dinky-Doo, Mark. Hi, Santa. Hiya. Thanks, Scotty, says Andy Groves. Not at all, Andy. Thank you. Wonderful stuff. So would Scottie McClue popping up on your TV be a goer? Mind you, we'll stay on YouTube and build it big. That's what we do. Wonderful stuff. What's happening here? Let me just have a quick refresh of this because we've got a new setup going on here. I scheduled it live and it's come up live. There's the Archie. Good evening, Lord McClue. Dinky-Doo, Lord Archie. My mum has the virus. I'm so scared, says Mark. Right, Mark, we send you strength. Yes, and hope that she recovers quickly and well. Lots of strength to you. It's been a very miserable June so far. Nothing but rain. Oh, Glenn, don't complain. There's a wonderful Jane Harvey. Hey, Jane. Fantastic. No, don't complain about the weather because it was such a beautiful May and the plants were needing a wee drink. So there you are. Remember, no day is a bad day. People go around going, oh, terrible day, bucket and rain. So what? Just get the right clothing on. So there we are. So Glenn, come on. Come out of it there in the Seven Hills. I'm stuck in Annan in the lorry. My gearbox is packed in. Fast, Pat. There's nothing worse. Now, I don't know much about truck boxes these days. Is she semi-automatic? Is she a crash gearbox? So there you are. Do let us know. Is it the old crash? Do you double D clutch and Scotty, we need the first lord of the TV, Andy Groves. I did speak to some very senior people at a television company, and they said, well, lockdown, Scotty, we're not doing anything new. But I couldn't get across to them that lockdown, this would be great. It just needs me and the camera. I'll go into the building myself, and the camera would be set up by the cameraman, and off we go. It's the old crash, Scotty. The thing's older than me. Fast, Pat. There are no vehicles older than thee. Ha, joking. There we are. Scotty, do you have a dog? Of course I do. Scotty, do you like the GBX? Now, that would be quite good. They're excellent bikes. So there we are. Yes, I'd watch. I'm sure other people would too, says Dave Sampson. So there we are. Good one, Dave. We like that. More likes, guys. It's as plain as the nose on your face. There's no excuse for another 10 of these right now. I'll count you in. 1. Come on, another like. Just watching here. I need 10 of these. So I've just counted in 1. Can everybody else do a like? There's another 2. 1, 2, 3. Right. Come on. We need another 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3. Has everybody liked? Somebody's just disliked there. What did you do that for? Right. There we are. Excellent. Because we don't muck about here, guys. You're either with us or you're not. If you don't like the stream, you just go away. There we are. Some more, please. More likes, please, guys. No silliness. I'll settle for another 3. So if there's 3 of you watching who haven't clicked like, do it now. Come on then. Waiting. We need to wait. More likes. Oh, thank you very much. Right, excellent stuff. We can move on. My Jane's going mental that I'm not home. I hope she's watching. Oh, don't worry. Fast Pat will pass on a wee message. So there you are. So Jane, Fast Pat's box is packed in. I don't know why people can't just like and share when logging on. As soon as I do it. No, I know they should do. But we've still got 1 or 2 dafties who don't realize this is different to anything else in the internet and that you don't fight it. You stay with us and you go plus. I mean, one thought, I'll click like and then I'll dislike. I mean, how childish, how daft, you know? In fact, I don't like to say how childish because I know children who are absolutely brilliant. So there we are. So how silly. I'll take that back. Yes, respect the child. Oops, car and do. So there we are. Jenny Nicol, what's car and do? So there we are. So why don't we all just do that? The Archie has said, I don't know why people can't just like and share when logging on. As soon as I'm in, I get on with it. I know. It's very simple. It's not a lot to ask to like a stream. A magician, Scotty. Absolutely. Fantastic. So look for the little thumbs up, guys, and give it your best shot. I think she's got me a chippy for dinner. It'll be freezing. I know, Fast Pat, and reheats are not really the game when it comes to the chips. I've got to be honest about it. Stuart Clark advertising a very, very good quality car. Wonderful. We like that. They are outstanding vehicles. Very good, very nice and quiet. When I first heard of it, it's a beautiful car. Wonderful. Right. What stage are we at, guys? Let me just have a wee check with who's watching, who's in and who's out. That's what we say. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. We need you in 3D, Scotty, on the TV. So your thumb comes out to us like that. That's the sort of thing. Wonderful stuff. Scotty, have you seen a McClue tartan online, your family crest and coat of arms? Very interesting. Oh, we'll have a look at that. I once found a title I could actually use and said to my father, should I use that? And he went, I wouldn't bother. You'll end up selling tickets for things. If you read the comments before, car and do. If you read the comments before, car and do. We've read them all, Jerry. Everything's read. I wish I was stuck in Arran, says Magnus Hunter. Yes, I'd watch. I'm sure other people would too, says Dave. So there we are. So that's that. Glenn says, the buses missing, etc. My tea's going cold. We're just a society of wingers. I think we actually are, Glenn, at the moment, yes. Scotty, we need the First Lord on the TV, says Andy. Wonderful, Andy. Have you had your tea, Scotty? So there we are. Nothing major, Archie. I like to get on with the work in hand. What's your thoughts on Dijon mustard? Well, don't suddenly take a spoonful of it if you're not expecting it, because you will get what we call in the professional, clinical professions, a hot mouth. You know, you'll get a hot mouth. So that Le Moutard, very nice. I quite like some of these spongy, spicy things. We like these. Lol, says the Archie. I have my tea here, Archie. And we've got a lovely, lovely touch of the Earl Grey. Oh, beautiful. You can't beat a touch of the Earl Grey, as they say. Lol, says Archie. Right, guys, we need to get down to sharing. There has not been enough sharing. More likes, please. More likes and subscribes. We need subscribing. Right, where do I go to get back to this? You've got to jump about. You've got to multitask on here. Fantastic stuff. Right, there we are. And I'll go back to my channel. We love that. Wonderful stuff. And here we go. So we're back on the channel. We're live now. I've clicked on that. Good. Excellent stuff. And we'll sort that. And then what I'll do is we'll copy and paste. And we'll get started that way. Are you on furlough, Scotty? No, I'm on YouTube. On YouTube. Absolutely. So there we are. So I'll say good evening. Good evening. There we go. And that's lovely. I've just said good evening to everybody. Yes, Stuart, got it. Blue card. Fantastic. Yes. Evening and Dinky-Doo, Scotty, says the wonderful Ian Quinn. Ian, fantastic. I meant to bring that photo. I haven't got it. I don't know if the audience would hang around while we went to get that. So there we are. I'll give you another one. Welcome. 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 I'll use 3 of them there. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. That's quite nice. Ian, that's as if we were on the old VHF transmitter on board McBrain's boats. Evening and Dinky-Doo, Scotty, says Ian, fantastic. There's Scottie McCLUE says good evening to us. Are you self-employed? I am cis-employed. Right, you're cis-employed, you. Scotty, I mean whinges, not wingers. Oh dear. Who stands at the bus stop saying, been stood here waiting since before 9:30? Can you do that in a Yorkshire accent? Aye. Do you know if buses come in here? I've been stood here waiting. I've stopped here since 9:30. I ain't seen a bus at all, not far less the one I'm looking for. Is that any good? Scotty, I looked online for your tartan coat of arms and found a crest, and I typed it in McClue. It was showing the name McClure. Couldn't find anything for McClue. There aren't many of us left, the McClues. I drove lorries for 40 years, says Fast Pat. You're kidding me, Fast Pat. Do you remember the Atkinson? Yes? Do you remember the Atkinson? The Gardner diesel, have you ever driven a Gardner? Fantastic. Do spill, Fast Pat. This is something that a lot of people will be interested in. I'll tell you that. So tell 10 to tell 10 about Scottie McClue. Live streaming on YouTube just for you. Dinky-Doo. There we are, just moving in now so we can get ready for the big share. Are you all ready for the big share, folks? And if you could do the same, tell 10 to tell 10, lots and lots of sharing. The channel is building, I have to say. So there we are. What do we got here? Betty McIver says, when you're visiting friends in Edinburgh, they will say, well, you'll have had your tea then. So that's that, yes, because it saves them making it for you. Actually, Betty, my experience of Edinburgh folk, they're very, very generous. They're very nice people. So there we are. They don't have the sort of wild edge to them that the Ouija's do, but they're very nice people. People are people wherever you go. It depends on your attitude to them a lot of the time. I have to say, Fast Pat says, I've driven 4. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go, Glenn. Glenn says, joking aside, Scotty, old people can't get on bus before 9:30 with their bus passes. It's right, too early. I drove 4 in my time, 1 packed up at Slamanan. Yes, there's not much you can do if you break down at Slamanan, really, to be honest. You could admire the loch. There's a wee loch out there, or is it a lochin? You could do that. One time I had to walk from Slamanan to Green Gaines. Was that Green Gaires? Back to the yard. Oh, Fast Pat. A big lad like you would just throw his donkey jacket over his shooter though and just stride it out, you know. Not a problem. Wonder if the bus driver will wait on the spot till 9:30 comes and make the old dears wait longer. I don't know, a friend of mine got on the bus one day and he hadn't got the right change. And he said to the driver, could you wait just a second till I nip into the shop? And he said, I no bother. And then just shut the door and drove off. Not very fair. Your talk-in show when you were in Glasgow was the business. Do you miss it, Scottie? Yes, I miss it. And I think all the people miss it, Eddie, to be quite honest, because we had literally almost 50% of central Scotland listening every night or every morning. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. And it should never, ever, ever have been taken off. There was no reason for it to be taken off. And nothing I'd said or done. And it could have run for years. It could still be running. You know, because a lot of these talk shows run on and run on and run on. There's a moose loose about the hoose. I shut that in the door. Lol, did you sing that on the old show? Shut the blooming door. Scottie, I was fishing today. I caught the cold. Tomorrow I'm going back to catch the cure. Very good. We like a wee light-hearted banter. Green Gears, yes, absolutely fast, Pat, absolutely. Where is Kareem tonight? I know. A little bit worrying, although he did have some headaches and things like that. I was a little bit worried about him the other night. Nice man, Kareem. And very good. He pops £1 in, sometimes twice. I don't know. There we are. Wonderful. Now, here we go. Oh, Kareem's just joined us and popped £1 in. Wow, says Eddie Smith. Hi, Scottie. How are you tonight? Kareem's the type of guy. Here we go. Kareem's the type of guy that would give you his last Rolo. Yes, he would, Fast Pat. Is that kind of guy? So would you, though. Be honest about it. You like to give it the old Mr. Tough Guy, you know, but in actual fact, anybody's needing in, you sort it. I know the type, Fast Pat. You can't kid McClue. I'm glad you're online, Scottie. This is the business too. You're a legend, Scottie. So are you, Eddie Smith. Fantastic. Everybody watching is a legend because this is going to become the go-to place during lockdown. We just need to get the word out there. Facebook and YouTube, brilliant, says Eddie Smith. Fantastic. Did a lot of Facebook Live, but I just settled for now to build up the YouTube stream. The Caledonian steam packet, Scammell lorries on Guruk Pier. What were they for, Ian? The big Scammells. So there we go. If you had to replace a part on an engine, did it have to go into dock, to dry dock, or could it be done at the pier? If it's, say, one of the big diesels needed a cylinder head or something. So there we go. Hello, everyone. I was doing exercise there, all tired now. Ah, Kareem, were you doing your physical jerks? Were you giving it 1 or 2 on the bench? A few lunges, that sort of thing. Have you ever done a grand jeté, Kareem? Or a two-rong lair? Tell me about that. Scottie, you're looking very smart tonight. Well, Kareem, I like to tidy myself up for the nation, you know. It's a mark of respect for who I'm coming to see. I was saying wow to the amount of people who listened to your Glasgow radio station. Oh, Eddie Smith, huge. I mean, almost 250,000 per half hour for 3 hours. You do the maths. There we go. Mind and share, Scottie, you're chatting. Fianna's been on. Kareem has done a lunge and he mentions a windy pop. No, stop. Fianna's paid £1.99. Very, very generous man. Fianna, thank you. Very much appreciated. Joking apart. To everyone in my hometown, Plains, I am known as the village legend. Everybody looks up to me. That does not surprise me, Fast Pat. You'll be the fastest man in Plains. So there we go. Excellent. I've seen them all in Plains with their Morris 8. Wonderful stuff. So there we go. You've got an Austin 10. The fastest man in Plains. It's wonderful. So that's the stuff. Plains, they phone up and they go, excuse me, would you have a washer for a Rover car? And they go, yes, how old's the vehicle? You go, 46 year. We love it. Now, What have I got here? Sharing. Oh, choice. Pardon me, was spoiled for choice. Don't worry about the cough. Had it for 40 years. There we go. Had it for 20 years anyway. There, excellent. Right. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, this one here is going out to the big Scottie McClue page. They've just done it. Fiona, for goodness sake, Scottie, did you ever go to the Barras or the Bigot outdoor market? Very often, yes. I'd always pop to the Barras. The Barras was a great place to get things that you couldn't get in the shops, you know. Fantastic. Scottie, I was in the sunny town of Airdrie today. Very nice, Airdrie Cross. There is a butcher's on Main Street, a small one. The food's amazing and such good quality. Lanarkshire does butchers very, very well. There's some cracking butchers out there. So there you are. Fianna's given it the name, of course. We don't give the names, Fianna. You know, I'm just having to... My goodness, how hard do I have to work with you? You're an enthusiast, though, I have to say. Guys, I need another half dozen likes. Like, please. And get sharing. Very, very important. Très important. Have a like, big man, says Elite. Come on then, Elite. Let's see it. And we do, says Rihanna. Yes. Yes, lol, says Kareem. Absolutely, very good. I'm glad we've established that. The Briggett Market, yes. I used to go down to the Briggett Market. And, of course, the Forge Market, wonderful. I opened it. Outstanding, the Forge Market. Can't wait to get back down to all these wonderful places. They do a good steak pie, Kareem. Oh, wonderful steak pie. Central Scotland knows how to do steak pie, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not jest. Right, I'm just posting this now. That should be all right. That's gone out there. Excellent. What's your favourite sweet pastry and savoury pastry? My favourite sweet pastry would be an apple turnover, I think. Very nice. And my favourite savoury would be a Scottie McClue vegetarian lattice slice in a rich chicken sauce. It's like for a Scots legend, says Elite. I know we're here, Elite. Can I tell you a lovely little story? A friend of mine was on the phone and I was playing him a piece of something from YouTube. And he said, Scottie, this is a... Oh, no, it wasn't. He phoned me. And he had me on the phone, hands-free in his car. That was what it was. Yes. And he was laughing. I said, what are you laughing about? He says, Scottie, having you in the car, hands-free, is like listening to your own radio show. He said, it just reminds us of the radio. What was your first car, Scottie? Mine was a green Hillman Minx. What year was your Hillman Minx, Betty? There was Paddy's Market too. Paddy's Market was a historic market in Glasgow. Well, of course, it was started when the Irish people came in. So it might even have gone away back to about the 1840s, 1850s, when everybody had to come over from the famine. So there you are. When was the famine again? 1847? If my memory is correct. So there you are. But of course, there are repercussions that went on for years. I mean, there were people still starving down in the south of Ireland, well into probably into the 1950s. You know what I mean? I just bought myself a blue Fiat Punto for £350. Best car on the roads. It's rapid and good for my reputation. Good for you, Fast Pat. Very good cars. So that's the thing. What was my first car, Betty? A 1952 Austin Somerset, A40 Somerset. Look that one up. Lovely big bulbous lady. 1200 engine, austerity motoring. We had austerity in those days. You see, it seems to be the duty of each government to see how much austerity they can wish on the people. And yet we vote them in. You know what I mean? And then they start complaining. Yes, John Marshall, Gary Stevenson, the man for steak pies. Kirkmuir Hill, Very nice. We know Kirkmuir Hill well. My Jane loves to go drives on a nice summer's day, says Fast Pat. Excellent, Fast Pat. I had an Austin Princess, says the Archie. What are we talking? Are we talking the Wedge? Or are we going back to the 1960s, 1950s? The A135, an Austin Princess 1100, an Austin Princess 1300. I had an Allegro Van den Pla. Very nice inside. What was the reg of your first car, says Jerry? Oh, 3 letters, 3 numbers, Jerry. So there you are. Yes, 3 letters, 3 numbers. It had been registered in London. I bought it in 72. It was 20 years old. It cost me £20. What about that? Hoping for more sunshine, Scotty boy, says Stuggy. Yes, Stuggy. Stuggy. It sounds like yes, Dougie. Yes, Stuggy. So there we go. Scotty, how's the dog today? Mine are asleep at the moment. The dog's wonderful. He's having a lovely sleep. I've got him a wonderful bed, Kareem, which is really just a big wadge of foam with a cover on it. And it's quite good when his wee back legs are a bit stiff, you know, to have a kip there. More likes, please, guys. Can you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so? And please, I beg of you, don't do any kind of, I'm no bothering with that. No. Please do it, because I need everybody with us, not against us in any way. The wee dafties that are used to going on to live things and saying, let's see if we can spoil this for everyone. You know, we don't do that on here. It's Scottie McClue's live stream on YouTube for you. And you're either with us or you're not. If you're not with us, you just go away. Later, the 1300. Did you have the later 1300? So wonderful stuff. So quite good. I can recommend it. It's just a big wadge of foam and a cover on it. Scotty, I don't know if my speakers are not working right, but you sound all muffled. Is this happening to anything else? I'm putting on a muffled voice, Kareem. Is that sounding okay? So there we are. Scotty, I just found out about your book, Deliver Us from Evil. Ooh, Eddie Smith, Chapter 1. Do you like it? What's your favourite ever film, says Stuggy? Stuggy, this is actually quite difficult. My favourite ever film. I love Tunes of Glory. I love the one I put out for the film quiz, the movie quiz the other night, and nobody's answered yet. I love Where Eagles Dare. I love Whiskey Galore. I love the Maggie. I love the Alistair MacLean's, Guns of Navarone, Force 10 from Navarone, these films that you don't really get to. Did you really write a book? Yes, you can look it up, Kareem. You know, we'll maybe have a bit of it tonight. I'll read a bit of it. You're coming through loud and clear, Scotty, says the wonderful Andrew Downey. Andrew, I thank you, you top man. It's always lovely to have a good professional technical opinion, and you are the man. You are the man. My first car was the Capri Polis. Capri Polis. Oh, sorry. My first car was the Capri, says Jerry. No punctuation here, you see. Pardon me. Polis always stopped me as I was so young looking. Maybe they thought I had stolen it. Scotty, do you have a favourite bonnet? Oh, I have several favourite bonnets, actually. I like this one, you know. This is a very popular one. Yes, from Hogs of Fife. Big shout out to Deacon David Harper from St. Augustine's, the RC Chapel in Coatbrig, formerly known as Wonderful. Yes, absolutely. We're not going to all that bit, but, you know, we don't make comments like that. Fiona, I have to work very hard with you. We're live on the public stream. But wonderful man, yes. I saw him in the telly, is that right? Well, there we are, I've seen the telly. Take a drink, Scotty. Everybody said, take a drink. Come on, take a drink. Take a drink. I will do. Kareem says, Scotty, will you be playing Susie tonight or anyone else? I could play you the Scottie McClue interview with the American guys. Scotty, when did you write that book, Deliver Us from Evil? I haven't finished it yet, Eddie, so you've got chapter 1 there. And a lady wrote to me and she says, come on, I'm biting my fingernails. What happens next? So I might put chapter 2 up. I haven't finished it yet, but a top agent was very, very interested in it. That's the truth. Well, it's all the truth, or I wouldn't tell you. My second car, says Betty, a Ford Anglia 65 model. Was that with the wee Z windows going that way, Betty, at the back, or were they going that way? That sort of idea. The Ford Anglia. The Hillman Minx must have been 50s model, and the Ford Anglia had the sloping back window. That's it. Nice wee car, these wee Anglias. Ford's made a good running car. And the Cortina, of course. Now, the Hillman Minx, pardon me, the Hillman Minx, my father had a Hillman Minx estate, 1959. And we went down to London in it a couple of times, went down south to my aunt in Oxfordshire. I think you and I would be a good double act. I'd have you in the nettles with what I'd blurt out next. Fast Pat drives too slow, it's dangerous. No, Fiona, it's fantastic. The only thing is when you're on a public stream, you have to have a little bit of caution. That's all I'm telling you. And you like to go, way, you just gush and say things. And of course, I have to clean it up after you, you see, all that sort of stuff. But you're very good. So there we are. Fast Pat drives too slow, it's dangerous. Well, no, if he's got the old Atkinson with the crash gearbox, Fast Pat's a ding, ding, come down the box and try and get the gardener down. Slow revving engines, fantastic. If you've just joined us, folks, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue. We're live on YouTube, just for you, live streaming every night, 8 o'clock sharp, through until 10. It passes in a flash. And we're building and building and building on YouTube. You need to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. And your entrance fee is that you like and you share and you subscribe. So there we are. So please do it. And more likes, please. So yes, I'm sure we'll be a good double act for you. Hey, money, I'll get on the banjo. So there we are. I'll banjo. Fantastic. Right, I need to do some more sharing, guys, for goodness sake. What's going on here? You're a distraction, you lot. I can't get sharing for chatting. Bantering. The king of the banter. We are live. Fantastic. Tell 10 to tell 10. Let's get these figures up, guys. Everybody share. If you know he's been to other motorists, get mad at him, the column, an old something that rhymes with a certain word. So there we are. Got you there. Yes, I get it. Yes, very good. He's some man, this he really is. Right, there we are. That's gone. So I've put my thoughts in and I've liked. Right, now, we have to dash off. That's been posted, so that'll do people a lot of good. And I'm going to do some more sharing. Can you all do the same, please? Share. Subscribe. I know you subscribe only once, but please, if you haven't subscribed, do so. It makes a huge difference. Glenn says, I personally love a good sausage roll and a jam and sponge cake. Stop! You're making me hungry. My first car, says Dave Sampson, was a Mini 1275 GT. I sold it 10 years back for £650, as I wanted a lot of money spending on it. Someone bought it and exported it to Canada. They're going for between 8,000 and 10,000 now. Absolutely. I don't know if you saw, there's a program on telly. Can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's about car auctions, classic car auctions. And going to the auction, and there was a Mini Cooper. Now, this thing looked virtually wrecked. And I think they had to drag it out the barn with all the rust falling off it. And the engine looked all, just very old and just a sort of lump of metal. Anyway, suffice to say, this thing was taken to auction, and I think it reached 12,500. Would that be right? Something like that. So it just lets you know. When I passed my driving test, you normally had to use hand signals. Well, I've had a few hand signals used on me, Betty, I can tell you. But it was raining on my test day, and I think it cost me £1 for the test. It probably did. I'm trying to think what my test was. You know, Betty, was the driving test hard in the 1940s, says Fiona. When did the driving test come in? Because I can remember old drivers that never took a test. They were on the road before you needed it. People with transport, yes, the Minister of Transport. I think the people in my village should agree to get a statue of me in the Plains Park. I do a lot for the community and always help. Fast Pat, just get a statue of you up there. You know, I mean, fantastic. So there you are. I think there should be a statue of McClue in every town and city in the country. There we are. Preston, the McClue statue. What you do is, I'll give you directions. If you got the hill there, and just turn left at the McClue statue, you'll see Scottie with his bonnet on, standing proud up in a plinth, where the drunks and the wee vandals can't get at him. Just shared on Twitter and Facebook, Scottie. Good man, Glenn. And have you followed me on Twitter? Can everybody follow me on Twitter? I need a good whack of you. There's just over 4,000 of you. Scottie, my headaches have died down. I bought reading glasses. That's helped, but can't get my eyes tested now because of lockdown. The only thing is, did you get the right reading glasses for you? But if the headaches, if it's helping, wonderful, wonderful one. I'm just checking. I've read everything out. So there were Glenn Peacock. Do you know Jim? And our last, says Fiona. So there he's at the second names again, of course. Wonderful. 1935 or thereabouts. Before that, there were no speed limits. I can remember the M1 with no speed limit. Kareem, do you sit too close to the TV screen, says Fiona. Good one, Fiona. Excellent. Fiona looking after us here. Did you hear they've boarded up the Winston Churchill statue in London? Yes. I mean, do you think that's harsh? Because Churchill was part of our history. So there we are. It wasn't universally popular, I hasten to add. I think the India may have been free sooner if Churchill hadn't blocked a lot of the missions, the diplomatic missions to India, and particularly the one with Sir Stafford Cripps. So there you are. So Stafford Cripps was to go, and Churchill sabotaged it politically. You know, so you wouldn't know. It's all that. That's what you've got to watch with politics. There's all these wee slippery people behind you doing things, and they're not being upfront about it, you know. Can't be bothered with that. I've been invited to join political parties and everything and become an MP. I wouldn't mind serving the public, but I can't be bothered with all these wee slippery people trying to stab you in the back. James Barr, good evening, sir, from Annie's Land. I'm on another little job. You're some man, James, I'll tell you. Fantastic. Dave Sampson, I think they should rip it down permanently and replace it with one of Les Battersby from Coronation Street. He did more for Britain, says Fiona. I think that's harsh, Fiona. Les Battersby. So there we are. But I can understand where you're coming from. I think you feel that Churchill wasn't the most helpful to Ireland. So there we are. Although you'd be surprised, actually. I don't know. I think it's because I have to use a tablet and PC because I'm working from home. Sending and marking, etc. should die down in a week when I finish for the summer. So there you are. Excellent stuff. When's your school holidays then, Kareem? Is it the 24th, the next, a week on Wednesday or something? That sort of idea. Can I have more likes, please? Like. Hello, Scottie, I'm back. Lovely, crispy and stuffed chicken tonight. Was watching The Vicar of Dibley. The episode was the Nativity one. I adore The Vicar of Dibley. Yes, Don French. We need a statue of Scottie. Yes, but I mean, would you want me in Parliament Square when I haven't actually? Kareem, do you teach in Airdrie? Well, stop prying, Fiona. That's the man's business where he teaches. I think the Scottie cap should become a trademark instead of the facial mask. It should also be made mandatory. Yes, I think during lockdown, everybody should have to wear a Scottie McClue cap. I put this cap on the map, and I'll tell you, a friend of mine was bus driving, and he phoned me and says, Scottie, I've got to tell you this. He said, I was picking up some people at these ladies getting on the bus. He said, and I had my flat cap on. And the guy said, oh, driver, you look like Scottie McClue. It's amazing, isn't it? I hadn't realised just how big it all was. I was just watching some Rab C, very funny indeed. It's some job I have. Oh, excellent. Good for you, James. Have you enabled ad monetization? Says J-Dog. Yes, I have, but one ad the other night came back not suitable, and there's no reason for it. And apparently you can't appeal. So there you are. It's only a penny or two, but as you say, every little helps, J-Dog. Scottie, Wednesday the 24th, countdown, lol. I really want a holiday up north. No, I teach in a Glasgow secondary school with 1,200 pupils. Wow, Kareem. That is a lot of pupils. That's going to be changing after lockdown, I'll bet you. How do you social distance 1,200 young people? I do worry about it all. Scottie, yes, indeed. Lenny Henry, Don French. So there you are. Wonderful stuff. Thank you, Fiona. We'll not go into speculation. There we are, but wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And superb actress. So, right, let's get the numbers up, guys. We need to share. And I'm going to share now in a group. If you can all do the same, I want this number to go shooting up. So there we are. And the only way to do that is if somebody big reshares everything and sends it round. Says, this is for you, Scottie McClue. I'll give him a share round. Fantastic. I'm going to share in a group, and that should help. Right, share in the group. What group do we share in? Share in a YouTube group. So there we are. Good, that's gone. Share, and see if everybody joins us. Wonderful stuff. And if you can all do the same, guys, I'm going to be coming up with the tweet shortly. And I would quite like to know what you would like me to put in the tweet. All right, so there you are, tonight's tweet. What do we put in the tweet? Says Scottie, thinking of something to eat. Now, another group here, another big group. Well, I better share in the Scottie McClue fan group. Is everybody in the Scottie McClue fan group? I ask you, more likes, please, guys. Thumbs up. As somebody said, the thumbs up's actually as plain in the nose and his face. So can we have the thumbs up, please? Thank you. Like. Give us another 5 of these right now. Fantastic. If you wouldn't mind, look for the thumbs up and just click on it. It's not too much to ask. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the podcast. Say Scottie McClue is live the new. Get watching. What group am I putting in here, Brett? Scottie McClue, SCOTTE. There we are. Scottie McClue fan group for fans. Discussion and debate. Do you like that for a title? The Scottie McClue fan group for fans. Discussion and debate. And I shared in there, so they should have got that. Your video must have been demonetized. It happens when something in your video is not acceptable. The YouTube tells, yeah, but this was by a manual viewing, and I don't think there could have been anything unless it was one of the tags, something like that, hashtag subscribe. I don't know, because every other video seems to be acceptable, so it's just this one. It's unusual, isn't it? I remember being 16 and my mum trying to move us to the next village up called Calder Crooks. Is it Calder Crooks or Calder Crew? I wasn't happy and remained in Plains, staying on my own. Plains through and through. My villagers love me. Of course they do. Calder Crew or Calder Crooks? How do you pronounce it? Calder Crook. Calder Crew. So there we are. So J-Dog, why would one video just, and we couldn't think of anything, because Scottie McClue, all his stuff is acceptable. Scottie, I sent you £1. Did you get it? Yes, Kareem. I acknowledged you and thanked you, but you must have been busy doing something. Kareem, why were you in Airdrie today? Was it work? Fiona, you've got some neb on you. So, Scottie, yes, you sent £1. Calder Crooks, says Fiona. Right. Do you own lots of caps, says Dave Sampson? I do, Dave. I have a collection of caps, and we got a few more here. I'm just wondering if there's another one for you. I might change it. What have we got? Hat-wise for Scottie McClue. Dinky-Doo. There's usually a few caps lying about here, but we've been very busy recently. And I may have just put it on. Yes. I'm not seeing it hanging about. Maybe it's moved. I'll tell you what I do wear. I have a sort of beanie hat. I wear a lot. Just having a look here. I'll show you my beanie hat. If you give me 2 seconds, I'll show you my beanie. Fantastic. Whoa. What do we think? What's that? A wee leaf or something off the beanie where I've had it on in the autumn. There's another one there. What's going on here? There we go. There we are. A wee bit of red. A wee bit of fluff, I think, that. What do you think? This is Boris from Russia. Fantastic. There you look like Boris Yeltsin. My friend, I have my friend, I have a drink with you. Yes, I have a small vodka. Only jesting, it's water. What do we think of the beanie? Should we leave it on for a bit? You can show them all individually and we could pick on one for the next podcast. Good idea, Dave. Captain Birdseye, Scottie with a beanie. Do you think so? Yes. No, Captain Birdseye, we need a naval cap. Let's look for one of these. Hold on. Well, there's my great-grandfather. Do you like him? That's great-grandpa. What do you all think? Can you see him? Can we see great-grandpa there? That's him. He's gone out and got himself lunch for about 13 or 14 of them. Yes. That photo would be taken around 1890. So there you are. There you go, Fiona. There's a wee touch of the old country for you. That's the way they used to live. Feeding the wains. Right, hold on. Now, is that not more Captain Birdseye? Hi, Captain Birdseye. Aye, Captain. There we are. So we'll pop that one on just now. I commend you, Kareem, says Fiona. He's a fantastic man, Kareem. So there we are. What's going on here? Kareem says, my friend who is classed as vulnerable needed a lift to deliver food to his parents, who are classed as vulnerable and, hang on, and can't leave their house for lockdown. Absolutely, Kareem. You can show them all. Yes, we can. Captain Birdseye. I commend you, Kareem. Good man. Did any of the e-cars have a column change? Hillman Mink said that. Do you remember the starting handle? You had to watch it, didn't kick back in you. You had to watch your thumb, Betty. You kept your thumb out the road. Yes, there was. The Hillman Minks did have a column change, you're right. And the Roots badge, the 3 little exclamation marks in the centre with the red background. A kind of red metallic-y looking background, fantastic. But also the Austin Somerset, the 1952 Austin Somerset, had a column change. Lovely thing. And I think you either pushed it in, I think you pushed it in for reverse. It was a marvellous, marvellous setup. So there we are, Fiona. Very good, Fiona. Excellent stuff. And Portland Bill. Oh, Portland Bill. I will tell you a story when I were at sea. You need a longer and thicker beard, Scottie. I think so, Dave. We'll let it grow a bit. So there we are. And Boris Yeltsin, Vladimir Putin was his protege. Absolutely user of the unknown. I think that's how Russia goes, you know what I mean? That's how they do the old... but they used to be a lot older. Vladimir was quite young for a Russian leader because a lot of them were quite old at the time. Guys, have we got the answer to the movie quiz yet? The movie, what was the movie? When the head of the intelligence service to be at the meeting with the famous actor, right, said, just do it. So there you go. Right, the bonnet. What do we want next? The bonnet, I think we should say. You tell me what hat you want on. All right, and I shall do that for you. I'm a man of many hats and one face. Wonderful stuff. So there we go. Yes, you're quite right. So yes, the Russian leaders tend to have been a bit older, you know, from that point of view. More sharing. Oh, we need to do the tweet. What time have we got? For goodness sake, nearly been on an hour. It seems like 2 minutes. Very, very short. Do you find that this 2 hours passes really quickly, guys? Just in a flash, it's gone. Thank you very, very much to Karim and to Fiona for tipping the dollar sign and sending me huge money. So there we are. Wonderful, wonderful. You're right. I'm good to, I'll do one more share and then I think we should get on with the tweet. Wonderful stuff. I like this, guys. Very, very interesting. If you've just joined us, folks, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, the one-stop broadcaster, the first lord of the internet, the one-stop podcaster. And we're live streaming on YouTube just for you to say Dinky-Doo. Right. Change the hat. Change of hat. Whoa. Quick comfort break. Whoa. Have you noticed I'm having less comfort breaks? And I think it was one of you that suggested the solution. You know, I used to get really, really roasting hot doing the live streams. I got LED bulbs, and what a difference. They're actually brighter, they use less energy, and you don't get the dissipation of heat. You can touch it. I've got my hand on the bulb now. Oh, it's cold, cold. Fantastic, amazing. A very, very quick 2 hours, Scottie, and educational. It is, Kareem. All of us, especially me, learn a lot. Do you have a bowler hat? No, Glenn Peacock. Funnily enough, I don't actually suit a bowler hat. I have worn a top hat and a real topper, and I just a topper. Used to say that to people in Scotland, didn't we? Say, oh, yeah, he's a topper. The great guy. I've had a top hat and a service cap. I look fine in that, but the bowler looks a wee bit strange on me for some reason. So there we are. Have a spare berry you can have a loan of. Yes, Fiona, absolutely. Is it a Paras berry? Like my father used to wear, the maroon berry from the Paras. So there we are. Very nice. So there we are. Or is it the blackberry from the Royal Navy? So there we are. Wonderful. They're great as well. Is it a greenberry from the American Marines? Greenberry. John Way. Remember that, the Duke? Most definitely not, says Fiona. Ah, right, okay. Only saying, just asking. So there we are. Is it a blackberry? Right, there we go. It's wonderful. The berry, very nice, very French. Do you have the Onion Johnny T-shirt? Putin will be 71 when his presidency term ends. He's definitely changed Russia with some legislation which made him very unpopular, such as the anti-gay law. Yes, very, very interesting, that one, because you see, I've always said, if you're not gay, why are you concerned about people who are? Do you see what I mean? You know, it used to be such a huge thing if it was announced in the papers that so-and-so was gay and all that sort of stuff. And you think, well, unless you're actually a partner with them, what is it actually to do with anyone else? Do you not think? I mean, really, to be quite honest. All this hot weather, Scotty, you need a Panama. So there we are. A Panama hat. I had a 1955 Ford Consul with a column change, full bench front seat, and a Magnus Hunter. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. That was a superb motor car. It was the Mark I Consul. They'd run them from early 50s through until that. So the 55, that would be the big kind of squarish one with no sharp edges on it. Lovely looking car and a superb car both to drive and to be a passenger in. The big front bench seat was superb. The column change was small with a Bakelite gear knob in the end, a little round gear knob, usually in white. White steering wheel, is that right? Scotty, you must have a good bladder. I can weave for Britain and have a bladder of an 80-year-old law. Not good when I go on trips with no toilet. Well, no, Kareem, I'll tell you what it is. I don't know if you take alcohol at all, but I no longer take alcohol, and it changes your waterworks incredibly. It really makes a huge difference because alcohol is basically a poison. It's a toxin. I think your body's so clever, it tries to get rid of it right away. And if you think about it, when we used to sit in the pubs, we'd say, excuse me, I've broken the seal, I must go, usually after a couple of pints. And that's your body saying, we need to get this out of here. You know, it's incredible. And if you think of all the wonderful ways the body tries to get rid of the alcohol and keep down on the toxins, you know, so there it goes. So the waterworks take off right away. Wonderful stuff. Now, no, I think if I had to dash, Kareem, I would announce to the nation. Unfortunately, I can't put on some soothing music. We used to have music for the toilet break on the radio. Does anybody remember it? You said, da, 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 da. I would say, right, I'm off to the levee. And I would hit it because a 3-hour show, sometimes you thought, I'll just do a quick nip. And I would put on the music. People say, where is McClue? He's away at the levee. The dip switch was the pedal you pressed to the floor. Yes, Betty. It's a strange one that you came round a corner and you had to make sure you kind of hovered your foot. But I always worried about a floor switch. Scotty, when and why did you stop alcohol, Scotty, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind you asking at all, Captain Contagious. I didn't have to stop alcohol, and I used to thoroughly appreciate a refreshment. And I would have a little spirits, not too much, because I don't think you can have too much. I would have a glass or two of wine at a weekend, although I was usually working, you see, and I used to have beer, but I changed that to cider, which was much better for me. I never got any hangovers or anything like that. But I can remember being invited out to Christmas, and I was checking that I didn't have any alcohol in me so that I could drive. And I was calculating, I was going, so how many units would be in that? So the bottle of cider would have so many units. You're checking the label and the hours that have passed and blah, 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 blah. And I thought, do you know what? Stuff this. I'm just going to come off it. Because the problem is nowadays, if you do get caught over the limit, you would just be a teaspoonful over the limit, you become a criminal, a serious criminal, lose your license, and then that gets back to your job. You could lose your job. Your missus might, if you can't drive, she might push off and sort of go, and can you imagine your average missus? You idiot! You idiot! What were you thinking of? You don't care about me and the girls, and oh, you idiot. So all that, you know, your girlfriend might do one, you know, that sort of idea. She might think, no, I'm not hanging about with and then the gossip. Oh, well, wait till I tell you what I heard. Well, haven't you seen them out in the car? I think he's lost his life. Oh, no. Mind you, he does take a drink. And you feel the same, and do you not? Do you not take one? You know, all that. So you know what the do-gooders are like. So you're better just to go, nothing. Then when the police stop, they say, can you blow in the bag? Say, I certainly can. They go, keep going, keep going, keep going. What's it got, John? Nothing. Oh, well, you let him go then. Oh, that sort of idea. So they are. Have you seen some of these things going around about the police in America? These little videos and things like that on social media. Oh, McAvoy. Hi, top of the evening to you. Welcome, welcome. Chi de mille falci. So there you are. Wonderful to have you with us. Hello, Scotty. How are you keeping? We're keeping great, McAvoy. Lovely to have you with us from the south of Ireland. You're welcome, I say so. So my second car was a Rolls. A Rolls can hardly, Rolls to the hill, can hardly get up again. Remember that one? We like these old wee bits of banter. I've always been like that, Scotty. I don't drink much at all. Doctor said I just have a small bladder. Yes, but make sure you still get plenty of fluid in your Kareem. You don't drink at all, did you say? Let me see. Oh, I don't drink much. Yes, yeah, absolutely. So there we are. John Marshall and I are off to Donegal in September, Scotty. Would you like to come? And you can podcast live from the beach. Fantastic. Don't tempt me, Fiona. Don't tempt me. You, Scotty, move to Holland. We all just ride our bikes here anyway. Just do it, says Fiona. Absolutely, Fiona. What's it from, though? Do you want more clues? Michael Caine was the actor on the receiving end of the line. In the movie were Ian Richardson and Anton Rogers. Who else can I tell you? Pierce Brosnan was also in the movie. Does that help? Can anybody get it? So there we are. Have a wee think about it. And another wonderful actor, I'm just trying to remember his name. Michael, it'll come back to me. Just do it! When the weather gets better, Scotty, you should have do a podcast outside in the garden if you have one, says Dave. Well, absolutely, Dave. Where are you from, McAvoy? He's right down from the south, you know. Down from the south. 007, says McAvoy. No, McAvoy, it's not a 007. It's not a Bond, but it's a cracker. Where are you from? Sorry, says Fiona. Sorry. There we are. So he's asking again because he couldn't hear to read. Right. What have we got here? More sharing. That's the answer. Keep sharing and sharing and sharing, guys. I'll share once again onto the news feed. I'll just put here a big headline. Scottie McClue is live now. Scottie McClue is live. The new. Join him. Scottie McClue is live. The new. Join him. Right, that's gone on. We shall see what happens there. Get the figures up. Cork. McAvoy's from Cork with the old Coal Quay and down there. What a beautiful part of the world that. Standing at the river, McAvoy, and just looking at it. Is it the Shannon that goes out from Cork? Am I right? You're on the Shannon, are you? And it's just so beautiful. And I've stood there just on a flat, calm day and just enjoyed the river. See, has Cork changed, McAvoy? Did that used to be huge docks and ships in and all that sort of stuff? And it's all been kind of super alive. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, super alive. Where are you watching when you're saying good afternoon? I want to know, please. What's Cork like? I've been to Dublin and Sligo. Beautiful. Cork's just a beautiful big city, Kareem. It's full of lovely, lovely people. And there seems to be no rush. You can walk around it and all the rest of it. It's brilliant. Am I right? Have I got it right? Is it the Shannon you're going across there? Or is that further down? What am I talking about? You must Pardon my ignorance. There we go. Mop down. Oh, that's just because the studio's warm. That's not the lighting anymore. Fantastic stuff. So there we are. My friend owns a bar in Cork City, and he's giving it out, says Fianna. So there you go. Fianna's showing us his credentials here. That is the genuine article. He's not just playing it being from the old country. Right, I'm going to do the tweet. I need help with the tweet. Well, what time have we got? Yes, that's fine. What would you like to hear? Would you like to hear an interview with Scottie McClue on the big one tonight? What would you like to hear? You tell me, guys. Right, YouTube. Right, now this is the tweet. So this requires a bit of work. So I'll be expecting some input from you lot. Dave Sampson. Now, guys, this is huge. In fact, I'm not going to announce that just now. That's still happening, Scottie. Cove with all the ships and can sail all boats. Yeah, but right in the centre of Cork, did you used to have like huge docks and, you know, ships coming in with stuff, what have you. Scottie, are we waiting for this, guys? Are we ready for it? This is huge. Scottie, is the film The Fourth Protocol. I remember two of the actors in that, but it was years since I watched it. Dave Sampson. It's The Fourth Protocol, and it is one of my favorites. It's such a wonderful, fast-moving movie, and it is just outstanding, and these actors are brilliant. I love Ian Richardson in it, you know? When Anton Rogers, Ian Richardson calls round and he sees the guy's wife. The guy works right at the top of the intelligence services. And he sees the guy's wife at the door of the big flat in London. And he calls in and says, "Hello, Angela, is he in?" And they go in, she shows them in, and then she leaves them. And he shows them stuff that he's been passing. And he says to them, "Oh my God, what have I done?" And Ian Richardson says, "You've betrayed your country." Fantastic, very chilling, guys. So I can recommend it, The Fourth Protocol. If you've got film accounts, I won't say the names, but if you've got film accounts, have a look at it. The Fourth Patrol is the movie. No, The Fourth Protocol. That's the one, yes. So there we are. A good Cork man. Fianna's saying names again. Fianna, why are you doing all these names? Stop. We know that. The Fourth Protocol. Has anybody watched it? Who's watched The Fourth Protocol? Give us the thumbs up if you have. Right? So give us loads and loads of likes if you watched The Fourth Protocol. Scottie, there's a company wants to do a fast link to London to Glasgow. Wow, I'm up for that. Stop at Carlisle and Preston. Now, it takes 4 hours, 20 minutes. This journey would take 3:40, but too expensive, waste of money. That's 20, so 40 minutes off it. I don't mind how long it takes to go on the train to London because the trains are so comfy. And I once went on a sleeper. Well, I didn't go on the sleeper. I came back on the sleeper. And it went from Edinburgh Waverley to King's Cross. I left at lunchtime, and I was due in London King's Cross at something like, I can't remember the exact time, I think it was something like 5:02 or something. And as soon as that train rolled in, click, the clock turned round to the time. It ran to the second. A train, a British train, running beautifully to the second with the most comfortable service. And I'll tell you what was incredible about that. People coming up to me and asking for an autograph. And I get very, very moved and very humbled by that. Do you know what I mean? People come out, "Hey, hello, excuse me, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. would you mind signing this for my son? He's a big fan of yours. And I'm never amazed at how far afield Scottie McClue goes. I know I've been all over the UK, big radio stations, but it's still incredible. Fast Pat Kareem. Hello, Mr. Man, says the King. The King. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Excellent stuff. Stop and Search Seas gives you a great view of Ireland, Dublin, Cork, and the Shannon. So there we are, Betty. So is it the Shannon we're talking about? I'll tell you, I came across the Shannon on a ferry. So I was coming from just over to Limerick, just outside Limerick, the ferry on the Shannon. Is that right? Great big wide river. Fantastic. And there was a car ferry across the Shannon. Would that be correct? Please help me. And you can fly into Shannon. I mean, Ireland is superb for airports. You can fly into Shannon. You can fly into Knock. You know, the shrine at Knock. Places awash with nuns and priests and all sorts of bishops and everybody there at Knock. Fantastic. Everybody wearing clerical clothing and people going around saying the rosary to themselves all the time in the village. Hail the Holy Queen. Saying the rosary, it's fantastic. So there we are. Hello, Mr. Man. Our Lady of Knock is an outstanding hymn. Absolutely, Fiona. A beauty. What we used to call a crowd puller. So there you are. Fantastic. Everybody loves to sing these hymns. There's a lot of nice, modern, gentle hymns, but people still like a good hymn on the pipe organ. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. So there are excellent choice. Good, Fiona. I am with you there. No problem at all. Now, the tweet. Back to the tweet. Right. The tweet. Good. Lovely stuff. We're doing the tweet, guys. Yes, wonderful. Putting in some football stuff for you because I know you like that. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, fantastic. Right, tell me what you're wanting in the tweet here. I need to get this in. And we can't muck about. Okay. I hope I'm including you all in here. And all the stuff I've got in the tweets. Right, that's fine. What else do we need in here? Right, that'll do that. Good. Right. I need input from you guys. Shaky Mo Video Pies and Ginger. So there we are. Wonderful stuff. You've got a shaky video. Is the video shaking? I shall steady it down. Maybe just vibrating a wee bit. Guys, I need another dozen likes, please. And sharing and telling 10. Subscribe if you've just joined us. You're watching Scottie McClue. And we are, of course, live on YouTube just for you. Dinky-Doo. My goodness me, I cannot believe where the time is going. Right, Friday. Get that up. There we go. Put that up. see what we've got there. Fantastic. Right, I've got all sorts of things here for us. I'm just checking what's best. Right, I'll put up here Scottie Live. Right, and we'll see how that goes. I'll take that down. We don't need that. We do not need that. And I'll put this here. Oh. Lovely. Right. Okay. So that's ready to go. And all I need to do, who's giving me more money here? Get liking the stream before I report you all non-sharers to YouTube. Thank you, Fiona. Did you ever drive a Morris Minor? There's still quite a few of them about, says the wonderful Betty McCavan. Betty, I had a beautiful Morris Minor. It was a 1960, and my father picked it up for £90. We knew who had had it since new. It was the most gorgeous little thing. It was dove grey with red and cream interior. And a replacement gearbox was £10. Had a little starting handle. There was very little went wrong with it. We once had to replace the fuel pump, which went at what was a little hotel out the kind of Cumbernauld Stirling way. It's all gone now because of the motorway. But these were just A-class roads. And it had no letter after its number. And I just adored that car. It had, I think it had a starter, a pull starter on it as well. And a choke. And you could set the choke going and take your feet off everything. Just the choke at one notch and it would move off. Great fun. There we go. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. Right. Hang on, guys. I'm just about there. That's it. Right. Now, I'm going to put a photo. What photo would you like to see of McClue tonight? Because I know you like all that. There we are. I'll give you Scottie Kitchener. There we go. That's it. Right, you've got that. So I'm going to tweet now. And then, of course, what I shall do is give you the results. Results, I say, who's giving me money there? So that's right. So, Betty, yes, I did drive the Morris Minor. Fantastic. I'm just looking back. Sorry, haha, says McAvoy. So, Kareem, this fast train service, do we need it? I say, see, I think, Kareem's given me another £1. Kareem, you are a very, very generous man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you know that? Thank you. Yes. For people who are non-verbal, so there you are. I thank you. I used to work with people who were non-verbal. Fantastic. Very, very clever people. Right. I can now report I have just clicked tweet and right away 50 people have seen it. 50. Right away in the first few seconds. That's not bad, is it? So that tells you the power of McClue. Fantastic. 60. 68. It's going up in tens now. Oh my, 73. Fantastic. So you can go, can you all go and reach 83? That's gone up 10 right away. 86. 91. Wow. Amazing. So there we are. All the shares. Can everybody share? Has everybody liked? I'm about 10 likes short. So if you can look at the little like and give me a like, that would be Fantastic. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue. And during lockdown, this is the go-to place for everybody who likes to talk. Yes, 118 guys on the tweet. Is that not amazing? 124. I'm just going to tell you, next one. 125. Right, I'm going to let that go. That's fantastic. 125 people, and we've just tweeted, you know. It's wonderful. More chat with you guys. Let me nip back to see what's going on here. I'll just nip back. Wonderful. Why have I lost that under? Hang on a minute. What's going on here? Oh, there it is. Right. Wonderful. Right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. We live stream every night at 8 p.m. through until 10. Then we upload it onto YouTube. I found out today that I have, let me report this to you guys. I was telling you I had 700 videos on YouTube. Right? I wasn't telling you the whole story. I have, if I can find it here, where did I put that down? 783 videos as of tonight. So we're heading for 800 videos on YouTube. Now, what people are doing with them now is putting them on and just going away and getting on with their housework and enjoying that. What clip will you play tonight? Aha, Kareem. What clip would you like me to play tonight? I have so many good clips and funny clips. What we might do, have you heard the one about, wait a minute, am I over the limit here? I don't mean drink-wise, I mean in terms of numbers for the hashtags. There we go. Right, that's fine. Okay, I'll put that and I shall put live now. Yes, here we go, guys. Just bear with me. Scottie. Wonderful. Scottie McClue. Live. No. Right, so there it goes. That's going up, and it's going. I don't know if many of you are on LinkedIn, but I'll just send that to LinkedIn. There we are. That's away. Fantastic. Excellent. Get sharing and sharing and sharing. I played a few at work today, Scottie. It got me through a bad day. There's some funny stuff on there, but I get amazed. 782 videos. This is quite a stream, guys. This is quite a channel. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is for proper people who like to hear talk radio shows. Right, there we are. And I'll just post that. Excellent. Good. Right, that's gone on there, so that should let people know what is what, which is what it's all about. Let's face it. Right, I need to get back to see all of you on YouTube. I've got so many things here at different times. There we are. Up you come. Wonderful. Right, so we'll get a clip for you tonight. What would you like to hear? Who have we got for you? I'll tell you what I've got for you that you'll like. Yes. So I went in, Fiona, you'll like this one, actually. I went in and I played a wee ballad from your part of the world because I didn't know the wording. And when I heard the wording, a lot of people took offense. So there we are. So we could put something like that up. And here we go. Yes, we could put that up. Or what else have we got? Let's see. There's many different ones. Kareem, what would you like? I've got so many funny things on here. So there we are. It depends on which one you want. What about the one from Law Village? Have you heard that one? Yes. Law Village, Scottie McClue. And this was a guy that phoned the radio station, and he was just funny. You know, just a very funny man. So there we are. Scottie McClue talks to an inhabitant of Law Village. Would you like this one, guys? Yes. Will that make you smirk? I ask you. I played a few at work. Yes, wonderful stuff. Well, see if you like this one. Let's get this one fired up for you. And this is tonight's clip. Friday night, nothing gets past Scottie McClue. Live just for you on YouTube. Here we are. Right. I need some speaker, don't I? Bit of speakers. Tell me if it's too loud, and we'll turn it down, guys. Okay?
Use the airport a lot, and it would be a pleasure to fly into Scottie McClue International. So there you are. Can you think of anyone more deserving? If you can do, of course, I would consider standing aside. I wouldn't do it lightly because it would be a great honour, you know, as Glasgow's son, to have the airport named after me. But if you can think of anyone else, do let us know. Or forever hold on to your peace. 0141 429 0963. We're talking to JT, who's in Law Village. JT, how are you?
How you doing, Scotty?
How you doing, sir? I thought that Law Village had been shut down. Is there only about one house in that? I once went into an estate agent and I says to him, I'd like a house. He says, where would you like to stay? I says, Law Village. He says, how much are you prepared to fork out? I says, 10 grand. He says, how many you want?
You know what I have, eh?
I love it. Of course I do. I love all these people. Quality stuff. We're talking Lanarkshire, aren't we?
That's right, yeah.
Your deepest Lanark. In fact, was Law not a mining village?
It was, eh?
It was good stuff, because I went through it as a youngster, and the snow was there. It was the only place I saw with black snow. I said to my dad, as my dad and I were walking like Pooh and Piglet, you know, and we're walking along there, you know, and I said, because nobody had any money for cars in these days. And, I mean, a car was like a piece of jewellery, you know. You were going to see the crown jewels, and you saw Morris Mine, and you went, Dad, is that the crown jewels? He goes, no, that's a car. It was wonderful. Law Village. You know, it's great. You know, if you ask the police where Law Village is, they ask you what you want to go there for.
I know you. I must know you.
They don't direct you unless you show them your passport. You know, you go, excuse me, I'm going to Law Village. They go, wait a minute, you're no free there. Nobody's told them the war's over. I love it. Wishy, or what about New Mains? New Mains, that's good. And Carluke. I'll tell you, it's interesting. They've got a sort of sign language in Carluke. Well, I don't know. I pulled out in my car in front of a wifey one day, and she said she wanted to see two of me. She said, what do you mean two? You know, fantastic, you know. It's like one mouthful. Fortunately, I couldn't understand a word she was saying, you know. It's all they've got like their own language and everything there. It's wonderful.
I'm sure you, Scott. That's very good, man.
It's wonderful. I'll tell you what, quality, please. Lovely to hear from you.
Hey, bother, man.
No bother. I'll let you come and see you. There's no bother finding you. There's only the one who...
I'll give you a phone. I'll give you my address and that.
It's one day. It's Law Hospital, of course, isn't it?
That's shut down now.
Oh, I better go, because my granny's still in there.
That's what she general now.
What's it? You see, I actually made 3 wishes when I went there, you know. Just just one. Two specifics and a general.
What?
Two specific wishes and a general. Oh, dear. I thought the wishy general was actually a senior army officer.
I cannot breathe on that thing, see.
No, how can I breathe? I'm shutting the law, Dean. That's ridiculous.
I'm Thomas, like, the one hospital to the Wishy General.
I know, absolutely. You know, I mean, folk don't know where they're going now. When did you shut the law down?
Because I didn't.
You certainly shut it down. Did you know? A lot of the men had babies in there.
That's right,
the law hospital, there'll still be a few old souls sitting in the A&E saying, how much longer do you think we'll have to wait here? Oh, well, that's good. That's good. So that's the benefit of the NHS for you.
Yeah.
Now then, what can I do? Well, that's right. There's, I think.
What's it, the Parliament? The Scottish Parliament.
What's going on? Listen, it's awful nice to hear you. Welcome, I say. And forgive me for taking the mints there, you know, right?
No, it's good to laugh, isn't it?
It's good to you need to laugh. You need a sense of humour.
I know you, Scotty, I know you, I'm telling you.
For survival. Now then.
Scottish Parliament.
I asked somebody once, I says, what are all the people of law laughing at? He says, each other. I confirm that's a beauty as well, isn't it? You're reminding folk of places they've forgotten about.
I cannot shut down because I can't.
I'll tell you, it's all shutting down. Now then.
See, I've kept you laughing.
You're terrible. You're a bad influence on me.
No.
What can I do? Hello? Are you still there, China? Aye.
Yeah, I think you're looking at me.
Have you got somebody winding the generator for the phone? Aye. Somebody told me you once won a weekend in Glasgow, and you went about all day trying the electric light. You went to the barrows to get rid of some stuff. I didn't realise that some the wizard gave me. He had most of it though. Where did we get to? Come on now.
I used to on the stage by me.
I was actually a stand-up comedian. And then I was asked to sit down. Enough of that now. Wait. Enough of it. We haven't done it. There's no dish washed here.
Fantastic. Did you like that? A wee bit, something a wee bit different. And of course, bless the lovely people of law. Great to have you with us. So there we are, Magnus, yes. His daughter's non-verbal. So there we are. And got a part in still game. Fantastic, wonderful. So there we are. Excellent, Magnus. Tell her Scottie McClue is asking for her. There we are. Wonderful stuff. So you'll know all about that. If you've just joined us, folks, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, the first lord of the internet, the world's top broadcaster. We're live for 2 hours of an evening if you want to pop in and join us. But don't just pop in, sample and stay, I say, because this is the go-to place if you want to talk. This is where you go on YouTube if you like a wee talk show, if you like the chit chat. That was a good one, says Betty. Did you like that one, Betty? They were sorry if it was a wee bit long, but I know it would give a lot of you a wee smile. So there we are. We need a wee smile during the lockdown. Fantastic stuff. Right, Kareem. A statue of Robert the Bruce at Bannockburn has been sprawled with graffiti. The monument, which depicts Robert the Bruce holding an axe on his horse, was painted with the words "racist king." I don't think there's anything racist about Robert the Bruce at all. He was originally from a French family, Robert de Bruce, is that right? The Bruces. We still have Bruces in Scotland today. It's fantastic. Are there any of Mad John, says Betty? There we are. Onto stuff. Yes, there's one of Mad John, I think, but I can't actually play it. It was the far right that did that to try and frame BLM campaigners. Fiona, do you think the old BLM campaign is not universally popular then? Is that what we're hearing? So there we are, the far right. Yes. Do you think there's been a rise in the far right, Fiona? Do you think there's a bit of the far right going along? And do you think people are maybe sort of masquerading as something other than what they actually are? That's the dangerous one, isn't it? That's the one. We don't mind people coming out and saying what they are. But when you get people masquerading, so there you are. And there's lots of, yes, it could well have been something like that. Quite interesting. They will get who it was. They'll piece together the videos. You know, there'll be videos and all sorts of things. So they'll be able to piece that together, get the cameras going and find out what done it. The far right are quaking because the left are on the rise, in my opinion. Now, Fiona, if the left are on the rise, how come this country votes in the right, or the right of centre? So there we are, because the left actually in this country, they nearly won the election before the last one. There we are, and everybody was going daft. Bruce in Fife, Lord Elgin, yes, Derek, absolutely. Yes, the Elgins, fantastic family. There we are, lovely old Scottish family, and great to have them around. And I would imagine they are descended from Robert the Bruce. They are the Bruce. How fantastic is that? If you just joined us, Fiona says, Little Acorns, Scotty, as you say. Yes, Fiona, from little acorns, the great oaks grow. So absolutely. And that's what's happening with this channel. And it's lovely that your good self is on it as well. But that's an interesting one that you've put. I know it's only an opinion, but the right-wingers did it to try and frame the left-wingers. There we are. Well, I can't imagine anybody that's for the Black Lives Matter campaign thinking that Robert the Bruce was racist. You know? I can't, because there's not a race called the Robert the Bruces. You know, so it's very strange. I think we misuse these terms far too much. Racist, you know, from that point of view. So there we are. Here's that, says Derek Grant. Absolutely, yes, indeed. Wonderful. Out at Dunfermline. Oh, that's lovely. Now, well, my goodness me, when you look at the time, what on earth's going on here? Friday night, nothing gets past me. If you've just joined us, you're watching Scottie McClue. This is the world's top broadcaster. This is the world's top talk show. You will see that. It's officially up on the YouTube site there, the world's top talk show. How good is that? This is absolutely fantastic. So very interesting, all the chat tonight. Different chat, guys. We need more likes and more sharing, please. I shall do a bit of sharing as well and let everybody know what is what. We want a big share because we want to get the figures up. We need to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. And be quite... There's me talking. A minute behind. No, a few seconds behind, actually, I would say. So there we are. Let's just check the tweet and see what it's doing. Wonderful stuff. Here's that, absolutely. How are people filling their Friday nights? Are you... you're obviously in lockdown, so nobody's going out to the pub, nobody's going clubbing, nobody's going on public transport to speak of, nobody's going out for a drive. So what are you actually doing, apart from watching Scottie McClue? And I think we should make it that everybody watches Scottie McClue. They should announce this in Parliament and say, make sure you watch Scottie McClue tonight on YouTube just for you. It should be official. And everybody comes and joins us. What about that? Make it the official go-to place during the COVID. Everybody joins Scottie McClue at 8 o'clock at night. Spread the word, guys, and they will do. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about Scottie McClue live streaming on YouTube just for you, Dinky-Doo. Big chat. What do we got here? Right, I need more chat. I need to hear more from you guys. Lots more. All right, Betty, I've got you. Yes, stop searching seas. I see what you're doing. Fast Pat Kareem. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Kareem put another pound in there. So there we are. Scottie, any plans for tomorrow? I want to go someplace with the dogs. Maybe Dalkeith Country Park. Well, you see, what you've got at Dalkeith, Kareem, is Dalkeith Palace. Yes, an actual palace for the Earl of Dalkeith. So there you are. Wonderful, Dalkeith Palace. All these wonderful old country houses. So there we go. And, right, more sharing. I'm going to do another share and let everybody know what is what. So say something about it, right? That's all things. I love that when it goes, say something about this. What do you say about yourself? Say something about this. So I'll tell everybody that we're live now. And just put Scottie McClue live new. Scottie McClue live new. There we are. Excellent stuff. And I'll just put up the World's Top Talk Show. The World's Top Talk Show. And guys, if you've got a spare few minutes during lockdown, you could put your time to things an awful lot worse than just sharing a few of the Scottie McClue YouTube videos, just sitting down and saying, yeah, I can share all that stuff. Absolutely. So there we go. Do you get up early in the morning, Scottie? What do you have for breakfast? It depends, Glenn. I quite like a wee bit banana and honey with the wheat bangs. And then I'll maybe have a couple of soft-boiled eggs. So put them into the boiling water and give them just at the 4 minutes. And a couple of pieces of brown toast. Oh, stop. My goodness me. Occasionally I'll do myself a wee bit of the bacon and black pudding. If you build it, they will come, Scottie. Andrew Downey, I have never... You are such a wise man. Fantastic. There you are. And when everybody says, you get this from your mother and father, you say, no, I get it from me. It's wonderful stuff. Your mother and father are very, very clever people, lovely people. Tell them I'm asking for them. I agree, Betty, says Jenny Nico. Yes, wonderful stuff. So there we are. What was Betty? What are we agreeing with there? Your books have fallen over behind you. Which ones? What's fallen over behind on the screen? Where are you seeing that? Are you seeing them that way? Yes, I think, well, they're on the side. What I'll do tomorrow, I'll get them all set up for you. What do you have for your tea, Scottie? Our tea, we have something, just something a little light, There we are. A little rice and chicken, something like that. A little pasta and meatballs. I love the atmosphere on the trains, Scotty. The only trouble is you're usually just dropping off. Somebody goes, tickets, please. Oh, for heaven's sake. You know, I wonder about maybe if I should just stick my ticket on my forehead and they can do it there, but somebody might nick it. There we are. But I like a wee kip on the train, especially on a long, long journey. We stopped at, where did we stop from Edinburgh to King's Cross? Stopped at Newcastle, I think, was the first stop. And then, or did we stop at Dunbar? I wonder if we stopped at Dunbar. I think we stopped at North Berwick, and then we stopped at Newcastle. Or did we stop at Berwick-on-Tweed? I think we might have stopped at Dunbar, Berwick-on-Tweed, Newcastle, and then I think the next one could have been Durham or whatever. Maybe not. Peterborough, I seem to remember Peterborough, and then London, because I could see the cathedral from the train, Peterborough Cathedral, where Tom Armstrong and Malcolm Sargent learned to play the organ. Tom Armstrong became the, was it the principal of the Royal College of Music, or the Royal Academy of Music? Sir Thomas Armstrong, lovely guy. And Malcolm Sargent, of course, the very famous conductor, Peterborough Cathedral. Scotty, you're left. I'll say Dinky-Doo, Scotty. Have a good night, and night to everyone. I still have to make my dinner. Kareem, for goodness sake, you mustn't ever forsake your dinner for SCOTTIE McCLUE, because you can see it later on YouTube. So there you are. See, does anybody know what stations we've got there? Give me the stations going from Edinburgh, Waverley to King's Cross. We need Stephen on here, the wonderful Stephen Menzies. We need him on here to tell us. Right, there we go. I'm just going to, where am I posting this? For goodness sake, what's going on here? We'll share in a group, and we'll get one of the big groups. Yes, there we are. Lovely. Right, send it to that one. There it goes. Let everybody know what's what, Dinky-Doo. Scotty, what do you think of HS2? Do you think it's good for the UK? This is Dave Sampson. I think the money from HS2 should go to the BBC to give SCOTTIE McCLUE a national phone-in. So there we are. That's what I think. Or go to one of the big commercial stations. Yes, should go to one of the big commercial television stations for the SCOTTIE McCLUE show. That would be money very well spent. And it would mean not having to carve up the whole country. So there we are. That's what I think there. What does everybody else think of HS2? You see, internet speeds. And this COVID thing has changed the way we work. So why would you get on a train and go to a meeting when you can click live on the internet, Teams, Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, all these things, go on YouTube and what have you. Why would you need to do that? My mother, Linda, says we're crazy with this Facebook things. She says we're crazy. I personally think she's old-fashioned. Interesting. There we go. So HS2, Scotty, I've just had my tea, says Jerry Dickel. Ta-ra, everyone. Ta-ra. Jerry, stick your tongue out and say ta-ra. Ta-da. There we are. Wonderful stuff. Yes, it's just getting on time for going, isn't it? My goodness me. So cheers. Night-night, Jerry. Night-night, Kareem. Lovely having you with us. And I say, Dinky-Doo, welcome to everybody who's just joined us, of course. A very, very warm welcome. Right, let's see, how high can we get these figures up before we go tonight? That's what I need to know. I need to think of other ways of sharing, but if every single one of you could spend a bit of time just sharing round all the YouTube videos, telling people about it, and building up the stream. Any more likes on the go, please? Has everybody subscribed? Please do subscribe. And don't, cock me a deafen on that. Actually do your subscribing. Wonderful. I could talk to you all, and thank you for those of you that tapped the dollar tonight and sent me a lovely cup of hot chocolate. Thank you, everyone for an outstanding live show this Friday night. It's wonderful. Should I be doing more typing? Should I be answering you all back as we're going? Thank you, everyone, for an outstanding live show this Friday night. There you are, the World's Top Talk Show. It's got up there. Fantastic stuff. It is up there. It is out there for you all to see. Right? So I think we've sort of done quite a lot of sharing there. That's wonderful stuff. And that should tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Let everybody know what is what on the old talk show. You can do the same, guys. As I say, do share. If you can. I've had time for a wee tune. Would you like a wee tune on the accordion? Yes. Well, it's not the accordion. It's the button key melodeon, isn't it? There we are. There it says there. See? The old button key. Fantastic stuff. And I'll give you just a wee melody to finish up with. Yes, and see what have we got. Did you like that? A wee tune on the box for you all, just to say Dinky-Doo. Right, folks, I can't thank you all enough for joining us tonight. It has been a wonderful, wonderful live stream. Let me know. Do give me feedback. Dave says, Scottie, I always learn something new every time I watch you. Good night, Scottie. Keep safe, Dinky-Doo. Wonderful, Dave Sampson. Keep safe to you. Brilliant, Scottie, says Glenn Peacock. Did you like that? Have you played the concertina? No, Betty, that's a little luxury I have denied myself up until now. But I may well look at it. Fantastic. Itsuki has just joined us. Hi, Scottie. Welcome, 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 Itsuki. Lovely to have you with us this Friday night on the live stream. Welcome to Scottie McClue, saying Dinky-Doo to every single one of you on the World's Top Talk Show. Fantastic. Do you play any instruments? I've just played it, Itsuki. You missed it by about 5 seconds. So there we are. We just gave you a tune on the button key melodeon. That was the big one. So there you are. So you can hear that. What you can do, you can hear it back when this gets uploaded to YouTube. And then you can have a wee listen. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, says Glenn Peacock. Dinky-Doo, Glenn. Thanks for joining us tonight. Lovely to have you with us. Join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock sharp for more information, education, entertainment, quality chat, light-hearted banter, the go-to place. Betty says, another great Dinky-Doo. Yes, Betty, it's been fabulous tonight. Any more likes, guys? If you haven't liked the stream, could you please do so? That would be fantastic. I need about another 3 or 4 likes just before we finish up tonight. That would be an absolute treat. Jerry Nico, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us, of course. A round of silent applause. Fiona, thank you for your input tonight. Very, very much appreciated. Always good stuff. And to every single one of you, Betty, Kareem, all the favourites that were on tonight, too many to mention. Actually, too numerous to mention. I need 2 more likes before I go. Anybody got any good in their heart to give me a wee like? So just a wee, if you like the stream, you'll see the thumbs up there. And that would be fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Right, I'd better push off. To every single one of you, please look after your dear selves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay fabulous. Love being you, because it's a great thing to be. All right? What about that? And I'll sing you the goodbye song. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Dinky-Doo every day. Join us tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp, from me, Scottie McClue. Good night to you, and ta-ra, laws!